Hi everyone. Yo. Yeah, that'll be better. Hi everyone. No. Bugger. Yo. This is my first YouTube video. I'm gonna do my 50 facts about me because I figured it's better to introduce myself. Let's get started. Might take a long time, so sorry about that. Number one, my favourite cereal, because that's a really personal question. Rice Snaps. They're basically like Rice Krispies, but not the Kellogg's version. They are a Tesco's own brand version. They're so much nicer than Kellogg's version. I think Kellogg's ones have a really weird taste. Number two, I used to have really horrible hair. Like, people say that they used to have bad hair when they were young, but they did not have anything in comparison to me. It was basically like Snape's, and it just went. And I have a massive forehead, and I just looked so bad. Number three, I have a bonsai tree. His name is Chip. Isn't he beautiful? He's kind of like dying a bit, and I don't really know how to sort that out, but I think he should be okay. I hope. Number four is I absolutely hate flying. I'm absolutely terrified of it. I'm not really a scared person. I'm not scared that easily, but flying is an absolute terror. I used to love it when I was a kid, so I don't know what changed. Number five, I really like the Isle of Skye in Scotland. It's one of my absolute favourite places to go. It's so beautiful and I miss it all the time when I'm not there. I absolutely love weddings. They're so much fun, and all the family just gets together and it's just the best thing ever. I've only actually been to one in my life, well two, but I can't remember the first one because I was really small. I ran a 10k in 58 minutes and 21 seconds, which isn't actually that fast, but I was so proud of it because I really wanted to get under an hour, and I did it, so woohoo! I have a dog. He's called Paddy. He's a Labradoodle. He's 4 years old and he's beautiful. Guys, look who's here. Sit down. What a good dog. You're a good dog. Look at, what's that doing? Yes, you are a good dog. Oh, I don't know what, oh. That's my dog. I used to be subscribed. You know that magazine called Sugar? It was like about this big. It was like an A5 one, and it used to come with this magazine called Lad Mag. Every single poster I had on my wall was from Lad Mag. Absolutely love that magazine. I'm not subscribed to it anymore, just in case you're wondering, but that was a great magazine. Number 10 is that I'm obsessed with food. That's all I have to say. Food is great. I saw Brad Pitt one time in Harrods with one of his kids, and they had the whole section to themselves. It was like, I was so excited, and me and my friends were watching him, not from that closely. Because we were watching him, he had a security guard come up to us and be like, he needs his private space, so couldn't watch him anymore, but it was really exciting. I'm actually about to start uni. I'm 20 years old, but I had a gap year and then I did a college course, so now I'm only just starting. I'm starting at Bristol Uni, that is my hometown. Yeah, I'm doing neuroscience. Hopefully it should be interesting. I don't know. I have only ever read one fan fiction to the end. It was a Harry Potter one, and it was amazing. It was such a good story. It's actually not online anymore, which sucks because it was great and I read it 2 times. It is absolutely nothing like that horrible one about Dan and Phil. It's like the Hatfic or something. Oh my god, that was really grim. So actually I've read 2 because I read that one as well. That was a lot shorter though. The one I read was like loads of chapters. My bedroom wall has been through a lot of changes. It started off, I think, green and yellow, but it was actually pretty cool for a kid because it had like green hills, and then it had yellow for the rest of the walls, and then on the ceiling it was blue and it had clouds and stuff, and then it had stickers of Winnie the Pooh on it. And then I went through my, emo phase, and it was black and pink on the walls, which is pretty tragic, I'm not gonna lie. They were really cool at the time, even though it was really dark in here. I love PlayStation, it's awesome. I've got my boyfriend's PS3 here right now, but I've also got a PS2. We've got a PS1 on the loft, but we don't really use it because I can play the PS1 games on the PS2. I've recently got into mountain biking, which I'm really enjoying. I'm hoping to put up a video with a like GoPro type camera quite soon, of me just trying to do cool stuff. I'm not that good though. Well, I'm not good at all actually, but it's really fun. I can do a Rubik's Cube, but that's it. I can't like do it in under a minute. I can just do a Rubik's Cube. It's not really an interesting fact, is it? I used to dance at school discos when I was a kid, thinking I was absolutely amazing. You know, sometimes when break dancers, they just do like steps and they look really cool. I didn't do any of the cool break dancing stuff. I literally just stepped really fast. And then one time this guy came up to me and was like, "Do you think you're cool?" And I was like, "Oh no." So I left. Horror movies that have possession in scare the hell out of me. I once had a dream. I don't even know if it was a dream, it might have been real, I don't know. When my duvet like wrapped around me and I couldn't get out and I thought I was being possessed. And that's why I hate it when people sleep talk or sleepwalk or anything, because I always think that they're possessed. I really like going to the theatre. The last thing I went to see was... what was that? Oh, I went to see something in a cave. It was really cool. I went to see Macbeth, that was it. I don't understand Shakespeare language at all, so we've got like a children's book that tells you the story really quickly. So I read that before I went, and it was all in these caves and it was awesome. I really, really badly want to go to New Zealand and Tokyo. New Zealand just looks beautiful, and Tokyo, it just looks like a really cool city. I'm really bad at sleeping. I can only sleep in my own bed, and even then sometimes I can't sleep. I'm just not very good at sleeping. Never really mastered it. I used to really want to be a radio producer. I also did really want to be a set designer, and I still would happily be a set designer, particularly if Harry Potter ever comes out again with all the same people. But obviously Stuart Craig, I think, might be a bit better than me. I absolutely love stationery and notebooks. I've got so many empty ones. I'm going to start the 90-day challenge on the 1st of September. So what's the date today? I think the 1st of September is tomorrow. I'm not sure how prepared I am. I'd really like to get a tattoo. I'd like one sort of, you can't see my foot so I don't know why I'm holding it. I'd like one on the inside of my ankle, and another one maybe like on the inside of my arm or my wrist. I have to really like them and really want them. Otherwise I won't get them, obviously. I was born in London, but I only lived there for like 2 to 3 years. I'll be like, "Hi, I was born in London. Wow, that's really cool. Whereabouts?" And I'll be like, "Oh, I don't really know." I've been travelling to Southeast Asia. So I went to India, Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam and Thailand. I have a really cool thing in my room from it that I would like to show you. That's my cool thing. I take savoury over sweet things any day of the week. Especially, I'm obsessed with cheese. I went to this place once and I think it was a British cheese company. They did this cheese called the Drunken Monk, but it was really nice and I still have yet to get some. I ran into a doorknob when I was really small and I cut my eyeball in 2 different places. I can't remember it hurting, but I assume it must have done. Cutting your eyeball sounds really gross. It was fine. I just went to the hospital and they sorted it out so I can see. Yay! I had my appendix removed when I was a kid. I went to the doctors and they were like, "Bitch, you just got a cold." So I went away and I was like throwing up a lot. Because when you have, if your appendix completely bursts, it like goes into all of your blood and it's poisonous, so it's really horrible. So then I went to A&E and they were like, "Oh my god, your appendix has burst." I was going to have to get a new one, but you don't get new ones, do you? You just get them removed. So if I wanted to go into space, it would be fine because I've got my appendix removed. But all those astronauts that have to go into space and their appendix isn't removed, they've got to get it removed first. That must be hassle. I've never broken any bones. I'm pretty proud of that. Oh, it just means I'm not daring. Maybe I should do more cool stuff. Went to scouts when I was a kid instead of guides. I tend to always remember my dreams, and I dream a lot. You know I was saying I was bad at sleeping? When I do sleep, I have like constant dreams. It's like a movie in my head. Sometimes it feels like you haven't slept if you have loads of dreams, especially if you can remember them. You just wake up and you're like, "Oh, 2 seconds ago I was in like Australia surfing on a shark, so I haven't slept." I have a Diablo. I love it. I'm not that amazing at it, to be honest, but I really like it. And sometimes I'm really bored, I'll just learn a new trick. I played tennis for 10 years, not that you would be able to tell. I'm pretty sure I gave up because I couldn't serve properly. Because you have to use this thing called chopper grip, and which like slices it, and I just couldn't get it to go the right way. I've got quite a lot of medals just because of growing up and collecting them. But my favourite one is this one. I think it's a bronze medal for a taekwondo thing that I did. I think it was sparring. No, it can't have been. I was terrible at that. I don't know what it was for, but it's a cool medal, right? I also had to wear a spar kit. This is what I used to wear. My god, I used to look ridiculous. Look at my feet. Don't know if you can see that. What weird things to wear on your feet. I love having my nails painted because for quite a long time I had jobs that wouldn't let me have my nails painted. Like I worked in a supermarket for like 2.5 years, and this most recent year I've been working at a uni basically as a dinner lady, so you can't wear nail varnish because in case it like falls off into people's food. Burgers are my absolute favourite food. Gourmet Burger Kitchen, I live there. I went 3 times in a week once. I've been to the Harry Potter studio tour 3 times and I'm planning my 4th time. I love, 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 love Harry Potter. I've been kind of inspired to do YouTube videos by Pointless Blog and Zoella. They work so hard, and because of that they are successful. So yeah, I think that's really inspirational. I really like the idea of living in the past, even though it was probably pretty crap sometimes. Imagine living in the times of Pride and Prejudice, or when there were like castles and stuff. I can't wait to have my own house to decorate. I just paint all the walls and go to IKEA, buy loads of cushions. I kind of want to dye my hair chrome, so it's pretty drastic. I've never done anything to my hair. I feel like a change, and so many people dye their hair, you know. I just wouldn't like the fact that people would look at me, even if it was in a good way. I just don't want people to look at me. That seems really weird that I'm making a video. I'm terrible with technology. It'll probably take me 1,000 years to edit this video, and all I'll be doing is putting in jump cuts. Like, I won't even know how to do anything else. I absolutely hate the feeling of, you know when you get a plate out of a dishwasher and sometimes your nail scrapes against it? Oh, it's like the grossest feeling in the whole entire world. I've got a younger brother and sister. My brother is 18 and my sister is 16. When I was a kid I used to really like the cartoons Yvonne of the Yukon, about that little, I want to say French, I don't know, was he French? That little French guy who used to like sail round. I don't even know what he did actually. Probably used to get into some sort of dilemma. And I used to love Fairly Odd Parents. That was really good as well. My favourite Disney film is Mary Poppins, which is, I know it's kind of a weird one because everyone's always like, oh, it's not even like a classic one, oh it's so bad, oh. I think a lot of old films you can only enjoy if you watch when you're a kid. And I'm so excited about the future of my YouTube channel. Well, I don't know if it will even have a future. I think I'm going to really enjoy making videos. I've got quite a lot of ideas. I'm sorry about the editing of this video. If anyone's got any tips, please just leave them down below, I guess. If you like my first video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to, click subscribe as well. I hope you liked it. It was quite fun actually to film. It took me ages to get ready, but yeah, it was actually pretty good after you got into it. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye! So I was born in London, but I was only born there. I don't know.